Trying to understand that, yeah, it is a city, but there's lots of corners, there's lots of shadows, there's lots of hedges, there's still trees. This time of year, it's hard to get around, but you imagine in the summer when the trees are full. And remember, I talk about scouts. They have scouts, so they clue each other in when, however they do, to give a signal and to say, okay, go ahead, you make your move now. There's some more not really. That one's just what it is, I think. Hieroglyphics, I was going to say something on it. Whoops, that's dog pee. Not that I was looking at that. There's a nice cover up right there. Lots of different scars around, look at that. There could be messages in some of them. We've talked about that a bit. That will be something somebody else with a different mind than mine will be figuring that out. Okay, peace out from the Tin Man. Perfect, I got a park right across the street. So let's just come to the park and go straight to this tree here. And so we got this bark happening on this side. See all that bark that's been mutilated? And now what they're doing is they're down to the point of totally stripping her right down. And people don't like it when I use that rape word, but this is not how this girl wants to be. I'll tell you that right now. She's being manipulated. She's being changed to be like that. She is not acting the way that she was born to be. And that ain't fair unless we figure out how come it is fair. Here's another of the same breed. Same species of plant, same thing can happen. That's why this plant is getting this. Look at how thin this and brittly this younger one is compared to the older one. Look at this, there's a lot more thickness and such there. So let's just walk right to this one, see if it's the same species yet. Yeah, see, so the same thing. They're able to manipulate it in such a way. And our arborists and our horticulturists and such are just going to be naming off, oh, it's got this kind of a condition, or it's got this. And the reason is because they haven't come across realizing that it's something else. Once again, look at the coarseness on this. This is all manipulated in a way to bring out all that coarse. Yes, and I wouldn't doubt it if we get in close right there, that we can see some of their the design in their actual cut in that one. Like I've said before, we are not in a neighborhood at all where people would be doing stupid things with trees. Look at that, how old that is. It's getting somewhere. It has some coming out, but it's almost like they haven't even done much with that. I wonder if they might have trimmed this off, or if that happened in the original chainsaw. It wouldn't have happened in the original saw. Somebody else has cut this level here, down here. So there might be some of their angle in there a bit. Here's one of their little pizza pockets. Pocket of goodies that they probably store up goodies in there for the kids, or I don't know, maybe it just collects a couple of bugs. I'd imagine they eat a lot of different kinds of bugs. Would these be one of their choice of proteins? I'm not too sure, but it could very well be. Now, to me, any arborist, any person who really works trees would say this is a very amazing tree. It has maybe that same skin as those first couple we checked just a few minutes ago. Or it could be a bit of a different species. But you think about it. If it is the same species, then what the hell has gone on here? And why does it have so many of the type of injuries that I talk about and I teach about on my channel? sucker after. See this? This could be, it isn't, but it could be called the original branch. And then this one coming off the base side of it, and that one, and that one, and that one, and so on, and so on. And this is what happens. Now let's just pretend this was an original branch and it was coming to form right here. The sucker started to come under, so they left the sucker alone. Once it got to a certain spot where it won't bother anybody or whatever, they turn around and they remove this, and that sucker gets to keep doing what it wants to do. Sometimes those suckers will get broken in a number of places to be able to do what these guys are wanting them to do. So, yeah, I hate to say that they're anywhere, you guys. It's not that I'm just wanting to say I hate the fact that they're in the city, the country, in the mountains, in other countries, you know, but I have to start saying it because that's the case. That is the case. So all we have to do is not go to fear. Somebody was telling me today, man, maybe you shouldn't be saying anything. And I'm like, yeah, I know maybe I shouldn't. But I would want to know. I wouldn't want to just leave it in super authorities, not this kind of understanding. Super authorities aren't necessarily smart enough to guide and help us. So I want my mind involved in it so I can guide and help my own family and such. There's another one of those girls. So see what I'm talking about? There's a good chance that I don't know if you can see her there, but she's just in that light. That's the one that's just a maze of this stuff. And to me, it looks like it's the same bark. It's a thicker patch of it. Yeah, I would say it's the same bark. So she's a remarkable specimen up there. Maybe between the pruners and our friends. They've, yeah, so these ones here, they're just doing a lot of peeling on. Here we are. It's an amazing area. It's very beautiful. Peace out. Thanks from the Tin Man for putting up with my stuff and trying to understand it and everything.